Here we have a review that several of you have been asking for, the Pie Spinner, which was a collaboration with Spinetic Spinners, who is now selling this design. The Pie Spinner is a modular spinner with spare parts and tools, so it is perfect for someone who likes to tinker with a design. The pie comes in this tin where you can see that you get the actual spinner, an extra set of set screws and Allen wrench, a small screwdriver, and a 606 bearing adapter. The spinner has a really awesome look to it. For some reason I get this alien-influenced Mayan vibe from it that I really love. The mix of the brass arms, the stainless steel center, and the brass button is pretty nice. So let's take a look at what's going on with the design that utilizes these tools. In the end of each arm you can see a hole with a screw in it, and that allows you to take out that screw and remove each arm. That opens the door for other options for arms, whether it's a different shape or different material, at some point in the future maybe. It also allows you to convert it from a 3-arm design to a 2-arm. The bearing housing is held into place by these 3 set screws between the arms, and you can loosen that or tighten it with the included Allen wrench. The buttons are slimlined, and this one with the machined cutouts is really interesting. It makes for a good match for this design, I think. Underneath the buttons you can see the bearing housing that is flush with the outer ring, and that contains the steel R188 bearing. To remove it, you just loosen the set screws and pop the whole assembly out and unscrew the top. If you're not a fan of the R188 bearing, they do include this 606 bearing adapter. I don't know if there's a real demand for that type of bearing, but it's always nice to have options. So I guess we should take a look at the spin, right? Verdict? Awesome. This reminds me a lot of the spin on a maelstrom, but the pie is a little more comfortable. The button with those cuts really helps to provide some friction for a solid hold. My finger consistently finds that gap to get a solid flick in my traditional spin, and given that there's a lot of surface area on the arms or on the edges, pretty much any way you spin is going to be fairly easy. The pie spinner weighs in at around 3.5 ounces with a diameter of 2¼ inches. Most of that mass is contained in these arm weights, which is why I was able to get almost 8 minutes on a tablespin. Yup, 8. Overall, the pie spinner is a really unique piece that looks a bit more like art than it does a spinner. Yet it spins for days thanks to that mass ratio. I love modular spinners because they give you options, and with all these extras and tools included, it's very convenient. With all these things combined, the pie spinner is an easy recommendation. This is one of those spinners that sells out often, so make sure you keep checking Spinetic's website for availability. And that link will be in the description below. Also, if you are interested in joining a friendly community that is passionate about spinners, check out SpinSpace on Facebook. And that link will also be in the description below. Thank you for watching, and as always, please consider subscribing and liking this video if you'd like to see more spinner reviews like this. Later.